Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan, Rahayu. I'm Putri Novitasari as the delegation of Senior High School 1 Sumberpucung as the opposition team of this house, and I state that this house would not give social service and skill training for gambling offenders rather than imprisonment. Let's see in the status quo, ma'am, sir. Gambling action become a topic nowadays in society, and we know that gambling offenders are exist in Indonesia, and we see that digitalization make this action easy to access by anyone from any age and any level of economy. Indonesia itself, reaching over 3.2 until 3.7 million Indonesian gamble online with gambling turnover. Gamblers are almost from lower middle income groups, around 80% include vulnerable youth. The problem here is, in the status quo we know that there is a punishment from them, but the existing system fails fundamentally. It even not reduce the gambling action. And the ideal condition is, we need a system that not only discourage gambling, but the consequences that real and serious that increase a deterrent effect. Our goal here is to making a stronger legal standard that is imprisonment to reduce the gambling offenders. And let's move to my 3 points of my arguments. The first one is proportionality of punishment, the second one is public trust and morality, and the third one is consistency in criminal justice. Let's move to my first point of my arguments. Gambling offenders deserve imprisonment because it is the only punishment proportionate to the scale of harm gambling causes. Unlike the social services and skill training, imprisonment reflects the seriousness of gambling impact, not just to the offenders but also families, communities, and the society. Gambling is not victimless crime, it fuels debt, family breakdown, and organized crime. As I explained before, that there are a lot of people engaged in this illegal action, it shows that gambling impacting large scale of financial and social damage, particularly on vulnerable groups. Even though the opposition team will argue that rehabilitation through the social services and skill training is more effective than imprisonment, but this is misleading, because skill training may give them alternative livelihoods, but it does not eliminate the powerful of psychological pull of gambling. Without a stronger deterrent, most offenders will simply return to the habits once their self-punishment ends. Therefore, imprisonment is the only punishment that matches the proportional severity of gambling consequences. Let's move to my second point of my arguments. Public trust and morality. Imprisonment of gambling offenders is necessary to maintain public trust in justice system and upholds the moral fabrics of society. When the state only gives the punishment such as social service and training, it just sends the wrong message that gambling is just minor issues. Mentor, in reality, gambling action is damage in families bound, traps the poor in debt, and feeds the organized crime. If the state does not act firmly, the society may feel like the law is conflict and enabling exploitation with scale moral authority and public trust. When families see their children, livelihoods, and savings are destroyed by the gambling action, and this harm is punished with the mere community service, the public perceive and the justice system as weak and untrustworthy. So, if the opponent want to support the motion, they should show us how can the public trust can still be maintained without imprisonment. Meanwhile, the huge effect just only can be erased by the real punishment that is imprisonment, as I explained before. By imposing proportionate punishment, the government not only deters offenders but also rebuilds public trust that the justice system stands on the side of victims, not offenders. And my last point of my arguments, imprisonment for gambling offenders necessary to maintain consistency in criminal justice. The law must treat crimes of similarly severely with equal seriousness. Offenses like drugs, trafficking, fraud, or illegal alcohol trade already carry imprisonment because they cause social harm. So giving lighter punishment to gambling like social serve can create a double standard measure. And in many countries, any type of gambling remains widespread even though government already imposed fines, social service, and light rehabilitation programs. This shows that softer punishment have not been effectively solving the problem. By aligning the punishment for gambling with other serious offenses, the state reinforces the principle of fairness, strengthens public confidence in justice system, and avoiding creating loopholes that offenders can exploit. So based on all the argument that I explained to you, I still stand here strongly believe that imprisonment is more way effective to reducing the gambling actions. Thank you.